Welcome back, everybody, to PoolieMagTV, the raw, unedited, unscripted NUFC fan channel where everybody's got an opinion and nobody's opinion's wrong. Well, wow, I'm exhausted. Physically off work and a long couple of days, but mentally off that game there. Christ almighty, what a match that was. What a game, what a performance. Oh, what a shitter that was right at the end, wasn't it? Anyway, let's get into it, guys. I'm just going to be a little bit more cool, calm and relaxed tonight because I've got nothing bad to say about Newcastle United whatsoever. I'm going to put my feet up, I'm going to smoke my cigar. No, I'm joking. But on the whole, can I knock Newcastle United? No, I can't. Can I knock Eddie out? No, I can't. And I'm certainly not going to. I'm just going to get straight into the video because I thought that was a fantastic game of football from Newcastle United. I thought from the start, I thought we played brilliant. The pressing was on point. We didn't let Barcelona get into a rhythm. We just were at them for the full 95 minutes of that match, and it was just a great game of football. Now I'm going to transport you back just before the match when the team selection come out, and I was upset. I was a little bit angry. I get a little bit reactionary sometimes, and I do get a little bit down on my team. Sometimes unwarranted at times, but I just thought Willis Sula's not good enough to start against Barcelona. But I was wrong. Willis Sula played really well tonight. Now, don't get me wrong, his end product isn't great, but there was a little bit more about him tonight than just running around like an headless chicken. He put himself about in good areas, and he made really good runs tonight, I thought. And he linked up well with Harvey Barnes, and he linked up well with Lewis Hall, who I'm going to get onto in a minute because that man is phenomenal. But I just thought I wasn't confident going into the match until the first couple of kicks of the game. And I thought, right, we up for this. But I've seen it many times before, so I wasn't getting too excited. Until after the 20 minute and we were still going. And then I thought, we're still giving these some problems. Don't get me wrong, they had some good passes, Barcelona. But I just didn't think they ever really got into a rhythm tonight, and that was because of us. I thought we were in at them. I thought we roughed them up. They didn't like our style of play. They couldn't handle our physicality. They didn't have the players on the pitch tonight to really destroy us with passes like Man City did on Saturday. They just didn't really have much about them tonight. I didn't think Barcelona, they weren't anything special. And I honestly believe if we played like that in the Nou Camp, I know it's a bigger stadium, I know it's away from home, it's more travelling. But if we rough them up in the Nou Camp, I don't see why we can't go over there and give them another good game. I really don't. I thought to a man we were fantastic. I thought players stepped up tonight, really stepped up tonight. I thought Anthony Elanga was great. The Champions League seems to suit Anthony Elanga. He seems to get a little bit more space and he seems to come alive a little bit. We seem to play to his strengths more in the Champions League than what we do in the Premier League. We seem to be hitting balls over, and I thought he was great. He took his man on. He had João Cancelo on toast for most of the match, and his crossing in the box was brilliant. We didn't have a striker good enough to finish them off, but I thought he was great. I'm not going to call for Voltemada and Wissa, although where are they? 130 odd million pound worth of talent sat on the bench, didn't get a kick. Probably is the only negative you can think of in this match, other than what we're going to get into in a minute. But I just thought, to a man, we were fantastic. The referee again, I'm sick of mentioning it now. I thought it was just English referees, but it's clearly not, because this referee gave us absolutely nothing and booked Sandro Tonali for a nothing foul. And then Lamine Yamal bulldozes Lewis all over and gets nothing. Why? Because he's the special wonder kid, isn't he? Well, I'll tell you something about the special wonder kid. That's Lewis Hall, not Lamine Yamal for me tonight, because Lewis Hall made him look stupid. My dad said he made him look like a snail, and he didn't. He made him look daft and all, because Lewis Hall didn't give him the lickings of a dog tonight. He burst past him every single time he got the ball, took the ball off him every time. Lamine Yamal had an absolute nightmare against Lewis Hall tonight. As good as Savinho was against Lewis Hall, was as bad as Lamine Yamal was. Lewis Hall learned a lot from that defeat against Manchester City. You can tell he did. And he come out fully focused. I thought Kieran Trippier was great. Rafinha didn't get a touch. They looked like they had the flu. They looked like were jet lagged. We absolutely, from start to finish, bossed that game. Tonali was great. Like I say, he got a dodgy yellow card. There was some dodgy decisions getting made. They were throwing themselves on the floor. And I even seen Lewandowski do it, and I thought, oh, wait, mate, you're better than that. I can understand these young Spanish guys who've been taught that from a young age. But you're 37 and you're one of the best strikers of all time. You're throwing yourself on the floor like a tit. I thought, oh, wait, Lewandowski, come on, mate. How we Robert? Shape up, pal. But they were doing it to try and get us booked and sent off and throw off our game because they just weren't at it tonight, Barcelona. And that's not because they weren't at it. We didn't allow them to be at it. I can guarantee you now, if they played a team that didn't show them, that showed them a lot of respect, they'll have won 4-0. We showed them absolutely no respect. That was an old school Newcastle performance under Eddie Howe. That reminded me of an Eddie Howe performance from about 3-4 years ago, where it was like, I don't give a shite who we played. We're getting stuck into them. We showed teams too much respect this season. We showed them no respect tonight. And we were absolutely brilliant. Harvey Barnes was shooting. Elanga was shooting. We took more shots tonight. And I just thought, to a man, we were great. Ramsdale looked comfortable in goal. Harvey Barnes, like I said, played well. Elanga was great. Jacob Ramsey, now he's starting to look like a player. He's starting to drop the shoulder. He's starting to beat people. And he was fantastic all night. He looks so composed in that midfield, does Jacob Ramsey. And to a man, we were fantastic. And it's 0-0 at half time. And I'm thinking, right, okay, let's see what we can do in the second half. Surely Barcelona are going to step it up. And we were the ones who stepped it up again. We stepped it up again. And we were at them, and we were at them, and we were at them. Don't get me wrong. In between, Barcelona did some nice little fancy passes. And they looked a little bit dangerous. They looked a little bit more dangerous when Rashford come on. But it didn't trouble Ramsdale really at all. There wasn't any time in that game where I thought, oh, we're under the cosh here. Yes, did they have a couple of shots? Of course they did. But there was no time where I thought, oh, these have took over here. Not once did I think that. We, from minute one to the end of the game, were in control of that match. So it gets to about the 70th minute, he brings Gordon on and things like that, and you think, well done, Elanga. Jacob Murphy comes on. Not a massive fan of Jacob Murphy, but he played well tonight when he come on. He did, I've got to give him credit. And he whips in a fucking lovely ball for Harvey Barnes with about 5 minutes to go. I'm probably missing bits out here, but I don't want a 25-minute video. It's just going to be a quick, concise match review. And it was a bit of it wasn't a great finish really from Harvey Barnes, but it goes in and you think, yeah, come on, because we deserve that. And then it goes to VAR and you think, no, well, here we go again. Are we going to get it chalked off? Because they'll give Barcelona everything else tonight, so they might as well give them this one, but they don't. And you think, just keep the ball, keep your heads. You see Trippier in injury time shouting, there's 3 minutes left, keep your heads. And we start playing basketball. We start channeling the Harlem Globetrotters. Pardon me, and we start trying to kick the ball up and up and up instead of keeping the ball, which is where this is where we fall short a little bit. It's where we fall short a little bit, and we do. Our composure. We don't see games off. We don't know how to keep a clean sheet enough. And it comes to Danny Olmo, he chinks past Malik Chow and he sticks his foot out. Now you can whinge about 40 to 25, 40 seconds being added on, whatever you want. Right? It's not right, but it's not egregious. It's not 5-6 minutes in, is it? So I think it was about 25 seconds after the 94th minute that Malik Chow makes the foul. That's not egregious, really. It's not. It's not like it was the 100th minute and there was only 4 minutes added on. Then you'd be fuming. But Malik Chow gets done for a bit of skill. He'd already committed to the tackle and it goes. And you think, oh, for fuck's sake, not again, man. And Lamine Yamal slots it home for 1-1. And it's infuriating. But I'm not angry tonight. I'm proud and I'm really buzzing for our team because I thought, to a man, we were absolutely fantastic. What do you like tonight? Football's a cruel mistress, as they say. And it was tonight. But we deserved what we got. Because if you deserve to win, you'd win. We deserve what we got tonight, but we were the better team. I'll give us that. We were the better team tonight from start to finish. And if we play like that against Barcelona in the Nou Camp, they're in for a fight. And we're in this tie. Believe me, we're in this tie. We ain't rolling over now after that performance. I don't believe. We're in this tie and we want to win it. We could be like Spurs getting tonked and battered. We showed grit, determination and bits and real bits of quality tonight. And I'm really proud of that team. 10 out of 10 performance. Eddie Howe, well done. 10 out of 10 for you. Still don't think you're the man. I'm not going to change my opinion of you. But you brought me a great night tonight and I thank you. And just a wonderful, wonderful team performance. Shame about the ending, but never mind. We move on. We've got Chelsea at the weekend and we've got yous again in the Nou Camp. See what you can do against us then. See if you can tear us apart then, because you couldn't tonight, could you? Best team in Europe. I don't think so. Anyway, keep it black and white and keep it PoolieMagTV. Over and out, folks.